In 1922, Senator from Wyoming, John B. Kendrick received a curious report from a local Teapot Dome oil operator accusing the Secretary of Interior, Albert B. Fall, of illegally transferring the rights of the Teapot Dome oil field. And on April 15th, Senator Kendrick will call for an official investigation into this transaction. 1921. The Great War was over, and American people elected Warren G. Harding, a candidate who heavily campaigned on a basis of returning to normalcy.
It's on to Capitol Hill and the White House for Harding in March of 1921. Woodrow Wilson goes back to private life in his house on S Street, and the nation goes back to normalcy.
As president, Harding will host in D.C. the Washington Naval Conference, a conference which called for the disarmament of the powerful navies around the world in hopes to deter a future conflict similar to World War I from arising ever again. Now, with little reason for the Department of Navy to hold on to the Teapot Dome, Buena Vista, and Elk Hills oil fields, President Harding passed an executive order transferring them to the Department of Interior led by Albert B. Fall. And in 1922, Fall will officially transfer the rights of the oil fields to oil tycoons Harry F. Sinclair and Edward L. Doheny. For 2 years, the Senate investigation continued, and no wrongdoings towards Fall were initially discovered.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
However, they noticed that the co-founder of the investigation, Senator Lafayette's office, got ransacked. Many crucial documents regarding the case mysteriously disappeared, and Thomas J. Wash, the senator who was leading the investigation, discovered his phone got tapped. Another factor the investigation took note was Fall's resignation from the Coolidge administration and his sudden newfound wealth, which he put into improving his ranch. Apparently, the improvements he made on his ranch were so significant that an Albuquerque newspaper editor, Carl McGee, felt the need to say,
"The conditions were so changed I couldn't recognize it."
Fall did what he could to avoid the Senate investigation hearings. However, he would deny receiving 1 cent on any account whatsoever from Doheny and Sinclair. Many testimonies later, and it would be Fall's accomplice, Edward Doheny, who would admit that he indeed lent Fall $100,000. Following this investigation, $285,000 more in bribe money from Doheny to Fall was later uncovered. The court returned both the Teapot Dome and Elk Hills oil fields to the Navy, and Fall was jailed for a year, becoming the first ever former cabinet member to be sentenced to prison for in-office misconduct. Doheny was acquitted, and Sinclair was fined and served 6 months for contempt of court. This scandal would go down as the most infamous in American history up until Watergate, and its lasting effects continue to tarnish the reputation of the Harding administration till this very day, 100 years later.
A popular president, he opens White House doors to all who wish to visit. The Salvation Army calls. And on Executive Mansion lawn, Harding plays with Laddie Boy, early version of Roosevelt's famous Fala.